Hi, everyone. I am here with Coach Jiacheng, one of our ACE coaches. Thanks so much for being here, Jiacheng.
Yes, I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, well, I love to start these interviews with a question. What are you celebrating right now?
What am I celebrating is that I have the, I realize that I am facing so many of my point of masteries, and I have the courage and the support system to face them.
I love it. Yeah, say more about the support system that you're experiencing.
Um, so little bit of background that right now I'm doing sending life update email to my friends and families, and then going to launch a fundraising campaign really soon. And I felt a lot of resistance. And that's the point of my many points of mastery. And the support system I meant is that whenever I know those are my point of mastery, and I know that if I reach out for help, maybe talk with the coach in our ACE community and talk with you or bounce ideas with other colleagues or peer coaches and my peer group, my mentor coach. You see, I cannot even finish listing my support system. Um, so that's what I mean by have a lot of support system.
Great. I love it. I'm glad you're utilizing all that support within the community. Um, you want to just share just a little bit about what you do as a coach, who you love to work with?
What I do as a coach, uh, I, I think generally speaking, I just love to help people develop and change. That's a very generalized statement. And specifically, who I help is I help Chinese internationals who are like me, coming from a very coming from a different country, and then live the full life in America. So I want to help people who are like me to thrive in the U.S.
Great. And we'll put your website in the comments here so people can check you out.
Thank you.
So you've had kind of an interesting journey as a coach because you were working with clients, you had some
Yes.
training, you were doing it professionally, and then you decided to go through this whole other rigorous program at ACE and kind of learn a whole new approach to coaching. So, you know, what inspired you to do that?
Uh, because I am so stuck. Like truthfully speaking, because do you mean that why do I first want to be a coach?
Well, what what had you make the decision to kind of start over with training and go through this
Oh,
ontological coaching training after you had already been working with clients?
oh, okay, then I'm on the right track. So, that is because after like 1 year of practicing to be a coach while working full time as an HR manager, I just found inconfident being a professional coach. And being professional is very important for me. So it's like treating every single client the same way. For example, if I give a discovery call, and then this discovery call is 45 minutes or 1 hour for everyone. But I do not like when I give free session or discovery calls to like in different times. Like some people I give them an hour and a half. Some people I give them 30 minutes. I don't like that. So what motivates me is that I really want to learn how to be a professional coach instead of just all relying on my intuition, and then it turn out doesn't sit on me very well.
And what has shifted since you've gone through this training?
A lot of the things have been shifted. Uh, for example, like doing things professionally. Now I really have learned step by step. How do I approach to client? How do I welcome them to the coaching journey? How do I do a discovery call with them? How do I coach them? Because previously, one of the things I struggled the most is that I coach people a long time, like more than an hour. Like I told you before, it's like an hour and a half I coach people. And I said, that shouldn't be the way. That can't be the way. And why it takes me so long to coach somebody. And I struggled, but I do not know how to solve that. But what's shifted is that I managed to, after ACE training, I managed to coach people within an hour or maximum an hour and 5 minutes, 5, 10 minutes.
I imagine that's very gratifying to have that shift with your clients.
Yes, yes, yes. Because previously I was doubting my capabilities of being a professional coach. I do not feel I am super professional, but now I learned all of the things I necessarily need to learn to be professional. And then I'm demonstrating in my coach sessions that I am professional coach and I know exactly what to do for the first session, and then I can keep us accountable in regards to time and energy, and I feel great.
I love it. I can see it in your face. You have such a passion for being a professional coach.
Yes.
You mentioned earlier that you are at a point of mastery. For folks who don't know what that means,
Mm.
without getting into too much technical, but what do you mean when you say that you're at a point of mastery with your coaching?
I think it is about every time when I am doing something new, then I naturally feel it's so difficult. It's just, I feel so difficult. I don't know how to do it. I don't want to do it. I know I can figure it out, but why I have experienced so much struggles, I don't understand that. So it's the kind of stuck feeling I'm talking about. Just, I feel so stuck with something that I want to do, but I don't know how to do it. I call that as my point of mastery.
Hmm. And how has what you've learned in this coaching model helped you move past your point of mastery?
Wow, there's a lot. First, first is knowing that the point of mastery is so natural. I think, and it's normal to experience this point of mastery. I think that's it's very simple concept, but it's very key for me for some reason, because after because our coaching model normalized for me and for my clients that, when you are up to something important, it's just very natural for you to experience this stuck feeling, this resistant feeling. So just purely acknowledging it is natural to experience this is very comforting for me. I know that I'm not weird, or I'm not alone too. And I know this is normal. We just need to patiently look at it and see how do we move past it. Yeah.
I love it. Well, one of the things you mentioned is a point of mastery for you is that you're doing a crowdfunding campaign
Mm-hmm.
to help pay for the tuition. So, yeah, say more about what that experience. I know it's always uncomfortable, especially to do the first crowdfunding campaign. So, what's it been like for you? What are you learning out of the process?
Mm. This crowdfunding campaign is something I never thought I would do in my entire life. I never thought about the idea of asking for donations or being so natural and organic and publicly telling people that I need help, because previously it's almost always about doing it privately, like, hey, sending you an email or sending someone a direct messages, can you help me with this? I'm struggling with this. Can you do that for me? Something like that. So it's never been this public, and it's very uncomfortable. So I will say, since I haven't launched yet, I'm about to, but I've already learned a ton of things from this activity. Like, if life is an experiment, is an experiment, I feel like I'm in the process of experiential learning. Yeah, so it's been fun. It's like a project I'm doing that is so fun, because first before the crowdfunding campaign, one of our homework is to do a life update email, right? Just by doing that, I feel very difficult because what happened to me is that I never learned to reach out to people um, in this way, meaning that being so proactive and initiating conversations with other people. Because back in China, what I have learned is that you, you don't do that. What's important is focus on what matters to you, focus on your subjects, and do your homework. And socializing with other people is a waste of time. Asking for help is meaning that you're very weak, your lack of capability. So then with that kind of mindset, that those are not helping me when I'm doing the life update, because I feel like, why do I need to do this? I get so used to just keep it to myself. And why do I need to initiating? Other people are not reaching out to me. And why do I need to massively reach out to other people? So yeah, so it's a very uncomfortable feeling, but the rewarding part is that I've always dreamed about other people reach out to me. And and doing this is almost like I become the better version of myself. I become someone who I want to stay with. You know, that person have the capability of reaching out, have the capabilities of initiating a conversation, have the capabilities to ask for support. And doing this fundraising campaign and doing this life update email, sending life update email, to me, it's almost like me becoming the ideal version of myself. So I really appreciate this process because I feel it's changing who I am. It gets close. It helps me to get close to who I really am.
Very clear. You can see that courage you were talking about, being courageous through this whole process. And I can see that what you being willing to go through this discomfort is really contributing a lot to the people you coach. I mean, what have you noticed in terms of your own personal shifts and how that's affected how you can show up for your clients?
I think is, if I can use one phrase, I would say role model. Role model. That's so important for me. And that's also what doesn't work with me with my previous training, after my previous training, because I feel like, okay, I am, pretending I am so professional and I am trying to help other people's issue. But you know what? I have so many issues myself and I do not know how to handle them. And that is not a pleasant feeling. So I feel very fake. That imposter syndrome is coming out to chase me. But but because of doing this fundraising campaign, doing the things that I haven't done before, uh, I am actually becoming the role model of showing to other people that, you know what, I'm doing this, I'm conquering my own point of mastery. Therefore, I am able to help you to pass yours.
That's it. Yeah, that's why we always say you can't coach someone past a point you haven't gone past yourself. So you're demonstrating what it takes to move past your point of mastery.
Yes. And by the way, I feel that is one of the very important thing to me as being a professional coach too, because I mentioned to you that being professional is important for me, right? One of the things that's to me, being professional means that you need to, as a coach, you need to constantly work on yourself. You need to really pass your own points instead of showing up pretending that you know everything, you can help everyone. So that doesn't sit on me well. So it's important for me to know that with ACE training and principles and coach models, I can help myself because I think there is a priority here. There's a sequence. The sequence matter is you got to know how to help yourself, and then you're able to help other people. It's not vice versa. It's not like you pretend you can help other, but you're actually struggling yourself.
Very clear. And you're speaking to the first foundational training where everyone starts. Um, yeah, what would you say to someone who's considering starting this path? maybe even just by taking that first course?
I'll say that is a investment that you will be grateful for your entire life. Because to me, I feel taking all of the courses, it's like for my entire life, I have been waiting to take these courses. I have that kind of a feeling. It's kind of crazy. I feel, wow, I have waited for 30 some years to take ACE courses. And this is exactly what I needed. And I've never experienced anything this high quality because, like, the first course, I said, wow, this is mind blowing. And I wonder if this is because they want to get us in a program. So they did it so well in the first course. But then the second, the third, the fourth, and I said, are you kidding me? Why? They're just high quality. There's no difference between among all these four courses. I learned so much in such a short time.
I love
So
it.
yeah, I will say to people who are considering, don't stay in the considering mode for too long. Just do it. And this one, you won't regret.
Yep. Well said. I wanted to ask you as well about, because you're one of our many recipients of our diversity scholarship program, which we're building to another level soon. And yeah, could you say a little bit about just what you see the importance of scholarships, what you see the importance of making sure to foster diversity within the coaching community? Yeah, what's your perspective on the importance of it?
It is one of the things I really love about ACE is you guys said that you embrace diversity and you're not just saying it, you're putting into action. That's what I love about you guys is that just, don't just use your mouth, but doing things, right? So the first time I heard about scholarship, I was so shocked. And the diversity scholarship, so shocked because I can sense that ACE really want to help people who are from maybe culturally diverse or whatever kind of diverse background to get to learn this. So I can see that you guys are taking whatever it like making whatever it takes to help folks to really receive this. And the second feeling I have is that you guys are normalizing it for people again, I feel, because when I heard about scholarship, sometimes it triggered my insecurity of why do I need a scholarship? Am I lacking something? Am I not capable? But I feel offering the diversity scholarship makes me realize that there are many people like me who are struggling. It's not so easy for everyone just to pay so much money to go through a life coach certification program. So I found that is very very meaningful that I know you guys know that and normalize it. It is a struggle for some people. Not everyone can afford it. And the third one is that I found the scholarship activity is not just about providing a way to help people to get their tuition paid. Actually, this activity itself, behind it, there's so many point of mastery, right? There's so many meaningful things can happen once you start to do it. Because, like I said, I've never thought about proactively reaching out to my friend and telling everyone what I do. And because I sent about 400 emails and direct messages, I have received so many replies. And some of the replies are so loving. And I realized, oh my God, they really love me. They support me. They're thinking about me, which is very important because in this technology, full of technology around us age, I feel very isolated sometimes. Especially if you get married, have a kid, my God, your entire life is about your family. It's about your child, it's about your husband, it's about your work. And you never get a chance to reach out to other people and have a sense of a community because your family is the community. So I found by doing this activity, the more profound thing happened is that you can use this opportunity to really reconnect with many people who care and love about you besides your husband and your kid. And it's so interesting to experience that people really love you and want to support you. So you don't need to hide no more.
I love it. I just want to acknowledge you for getting to that point where you get to experience this connection with your community and contributing so much to folks by reaching out to them.
Yes.
What would you say directly to someone who, because our scholarship program is largely funded by direct donors, somebody who might be considering making a contribution to the scholarship fund? What would you say directly to them?
I think of a saying that I saw in a gym that I went to. So it's like, be strong. You never know who you're inspiring. So the be strong part is not so much about that. It's just about, if you think about donating to the scholarship, be strong means that donate, do it. Because the most important thing is that you never know who you're inspiring. In this case, is about you never know who you're supporting. And by you supporting them to be the coach, they can have so much of an impact. And that's going to blow your mind sometimes, because you see, like for me, if I am not able to have the scholarship, I will probably delay my my participation in the program. And because having the support, then I'm able to do it right now. And then doing it, I've already reached out to 400 people. So you can see that just by your support on donating to the to help other people to become coach, and then they are doing their own work. They're working hard about putting the word outside and helping more people. And then I think that is the big picture of your contribution, the meaning of your contribution.
Oh, well said. Well said, Jiacheng. Thank you. Well, this has been a great conversation. Is there anything else that you'd love to share with anyone who might be watching this, especially somebody who might be considering starting the journey as a professional coach?
I will say that you won't make any mistake by choosing A's. You will get so much support that's beyond, blow your mind and beyond your imagination with the program. That's first. Second is that it is okay for you to maybe stay in a limbo stage for a little while, but don't stay there for so long, just because if you're thinking about it, meaning that your heart is resonating with this calling, and listen to that calling while in the limbo stage, and then make some small sweet step to maybe try out ACE, maybe go join a webinar to feel the energy, and maybe just to open yourself up to have some conversation with Greg, right? Or with me. So we can tell you everything we know about why it's important work. So then you won't feel stuck so much. And stepping out doesn't mean that you're going to register. It just means that you open your heart a little tiny bit, and then to learn a little bit about this, something that is calling you. So that's what I want to tell folks who are interested in receiving, like getting coach certification.
Amazing. Well, it's always a pleasure to talk with you, Jiacheng. We'll put your website in the comments if people want to get in touch with you, schedule a discovery session. One of our great coaches. So thanks again for taking the time.
Thank you, Greg.